What is going on, everybody? I want to talk about this Instagram model that says she makes literally over $700,000 a year by showing off her assets. That's it. And she's putting it out there. It's a Brazilian Instagram model by the name of Natalia Garibotto. I think that's how you say it. Has had some odd requests from fans over the years, including one man who wanted to buy her used bathwater. Doesn't that sound familiar? Sounds like some particular female, I believe she's a social media thizzot who does weird things to, get guys to give her money. But be that as it may, according to mirror.co.uk, right, says a woman who earns $300,000 a year by posting photos of her bum online says she gets hundreds of marriage proposals a day from fans of her saucy photos. You don't say. The Brazilian Instagrammer Natalia has racked up more than 1.3 million followers thanks to the perfectly framed close-ups of her curves. Those are camera angles. A lot of those particular Instagram models have perfected camera angles because you see in some photos they have very big assets, and then you see in other photos they look kind of flat. It's all about angles, and some of these particular IG models have mastered angles on phones. The 26-year-old has had some unusual requests from her fans, including one man who wanted to buy her used bathwater. Natalia, who has a degree from the University of Miami in business law and entrepreneurship and previously worked in real estate and property management, says there's more to her than most people think. Well, really, there's more to you. Please enlighten me. And have y'all noticed, right? Have y'all noticed that a lot of these particular Instagram models always talk about how they have all these degrees, they're educated, they own businesses, but they still flying out to the Middle East or wherever there's money to be made. Okay, they're being an influencer, but they have these degrees. Listen, a business degree doesn't really get you very far, even if it's from the University of Miami. Unless you're gonna do something with it. I mean, she also has worked in real estate and property management, but I don't think she's doing that. I looked on her page. I don't see her doing any business. The only business that she's doing is her assets. That's the only business that matters in this situation. She said, I love how I inspire both men and women to go to the gym every day and how I motivate them to hustle and make money. Really? Is it because they're hustling to make money to impress, females like you? Maybe that's what it is. It is definitely timely. You have to put in a lot of work and work on Instagram in order to continue to grow and keep your engagement high. And I just want to say this about this real quick. This is why Instagram has become so competitive. It has become so competitive because a lot of these particular females are competing against each other. You have the women who are natural competing against the women who've gotten all these different surgeries. And the women who are getting the surgeries are starting to win out in certain cases, because they have a lot of junk in their trunk, a lot of assets. So they may get a little bit more likes and comments. And you got the women who are more natural who may get less, engagements. So it's very competitive, man. This is why I think the women who are natural need to call out these fake females, but they're not going to do it. It isn't really about working hard. It is about working smart, catching onto new brands and making long-term collaboration to bring in fixed income is really important. All right. She also makes money by investing the cash in the stock market and properties, and has her own tanning oil. She's been making money from Instagram for 2 years and now claims to make up to $5,000 per post. But there is a downside to her fame, and it has cost her many friendships. It's cost her many friendships, maybe because of the fact that those particular females who you're friends with, maybe their boyfriends are looking in your direction and they see that. Or maybe you're looking in their direction, you know? See. She said, trusting people is tough now because Instagram followers is a form of currency that everyone wants. That's why I tell you dudes, man, stop being overly thirsty. Those women don't care about that. They just care about the fact that you're giving them engagement, you know? I've had it ruin friendships and relationships because I wouldn't post them every day. They didn't understand it is my business, and I have a time to post paid content. This reminds me of the video I did, and I talked about the IG model who went to Reddit to ask a question about her relationship and how she was an Instagram influencer and how she would not post her boyfriend and he felt some type of way. This is what this is reminding me of. Is this the same female anonymously who was anonymous on the Reddit post, who would not post her boyfriend, but she will post herself with celebrities, you know what I'm saying? And of course, photos of herself. Won't say whether or not she's married or in a relationship. The only time she's gonna reveal that information is if some dude is in her DMs and she wants, you know what I'm saying, and she wants to maybe put that out there. All of a sudden now you gotta do, you know? They hide these guys because it hurts their business if men know that they have boyfriends or husbands, because they want to put a fantasy out there. It's all about fulfilling the fantasy, you know? I've had tough times with friends. They mainly use me for my social media, but I realize I need to be surrounded by people in the same industry as me. In the same industry? What industry are you in? You show your assets on a public platform that you've been able to monetize. What do you mean same industry? You're going to surround yourself with other insecure IG models? My family is extremely proud, although sometimes we fuss over the type of photos I post. I wonder why. Natalia, who loves her eyes but hates her cellulite, spends up to 3 hours every day in the gym making sure her body is toned to perfection for the next post. Well, her body is her business. There are women out there, man, who don't like when men are like, you know, women should get in the gym and work hard. You know, they think that they're not supposed to. They feel disrespected if men tell them to get in the gym and work out. But men have their, you know, they have what they like. And there are women out there who see that having a fit body is currency because, you know, in our society, we are, getting fatter and fatter, you know, and on social media, you have people who see other people who they would want to be like. You got women who see other women on social media who have the types of bodies that they would want to have. So they end up following those women. They end up, liking their posts, sharing their posts. Maybe you got guys that share these females' posts. You know, they able to put a fantasy out there, you know, and they've been able to monetize thirstiness. They've been able to monetize a fantasy. You know, that's why they're quick to not want to post their boyfriends. But they shouldn't get mad when a dude DMs them trying to hook up with them. It's like when the rapper Fabulous, he went into the DMs of an Instagram model. She didn't post her boyfriend. Nobody knew she was in a relationship. And he basically was like, yo, when you going to be in New York? She took it as he wanted to date her. And she ended up putting Fabulous on blast for one message. And then posted a bunch of photos of her with her boyfriend. Okay. I think that, women like that are insecure because they're probably messing around on their boyfriends. But there'll be times where it's a guy who they have no interest in that may hit them up, who's a public figure, just for the sake of clout. They may put them on blast and then post photos of their boyfriend. It's usually because they want some clout and because they're overcompensating for the fact that they have been messing around their boyfriend. They feel guilty about it. I honestly, though, if you are dating a female who is an influencer on social media, I don't think you're going to ever really be able to trust her, because she's not going to be honest with you. She may tell you some of the people that hit her up, but other times she's not going to tell you about the dudes who offer to fly her out and whether she actually flew out to go see them. She's not going to tell you all that. I saw a video. There's a video, right, of this guy. I think it's the Dan. I think it's the Dan guy, the rich guy, Dan, who's always with models. There's a video of him on like an island, okay, and he had like a couple of Instagram models, okay, from different parts of the world, all of them there, and they were just running around, basically doing whatever he wanted them to do. And I'm saying to myself, that's probably somebody's girlfriend, maybe somebody's fiance, who is on this island with this rich, millionaire, billionaire, basically doing whatever he wants them to do. And this is the same guy, Dan, who literally had a girl run on a treadmill so her tatas could bounce. And those are the type of men who are hitting up women like Natalia. Because also, let me say this too. This same female, Natalia, she also dated NBA players. She dated Kyrie Irving, and I believe she was connected to Deshaun Jackson. So yeah, she's one of them, those types too, who will go out here and date them a baller. She's one of those types. But I think recently she's probably kept her relationships a little bit more private. But that doesn't mean that that's not what she likes, because probably is 9 times out of 10.